Hi, we're in the middle of doing some coding, but it's a good idea to check to see if we've got any errors in our code before we continue. So in the previous video, we created this next turn function that is supposed to make a new question and set all the button labels so that we can see what the choices are, and then we'll have to finish the game where we can check to see if they click the right button. But first of all, let's see if it works. So I'm going to click the Run button and choose my emulator. And so it appears like the app launches correctly. And then I press the Go button and it just crashed. Oh no. So I must confess that I stopped the video and did some investigations to see what went wrong. So I traced it back and I thought, there's something in here. And I commented out certain things. I commented out these to see if they were broken. And then I finally narrowed it down to this line here. If I kept this line in, it kept crashing. So what is going on with make new question? Let's go into question and game. So make new question is right here. Looks pretty simple. All we're doing is adding something, and then this one here brought my attention. I thought questions.add. I've seen this before. This is called a null array list, and it's a common error. What happened is I created the questions array up here, and then I never defined it to anything. So I could have said this equals a new array list, and that would be correct. That would work great. And another place that I could put that in would be probably better is down here in the constructor where it's got the, when we create a new game. So I'm going to say that questions equals a new array list. And it is probably good to put it in there. What type it is type of question. So I think that's going to work now. Let's run the game again and see if this doesn't crash. So here's the app. We're up and running. I click go, and it shows me the first few questions. So I've got answers. I don't know what the correct answer is. The buttons don't do anything. So that's what we're supposed to complete here in this video. Now let's go back up to here in the button listener. So we have these 4 buttons. These are the answer buttons, and they have an answer button listener up here, and so far nothing's happening. Now we need to check to see if we got the right answer. If we do, then we'll give some points and all the rest of that. So we have the selected answer. Let's check to see if that's actually working. So a good way to test something is to do a toast, and I'm just going to see if we got the correct answer. So answer selected equals, and then we'll put in here the word answer selected. So that will show a little message on the screen when I click a button. So let's click OK and run the app. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to click the Go button. And now when I click the 11, you see down here at the bottom it says answer selected. And it does show that it is interpreting the click correctly. Okay, good. I can come back here and delete that toast line. I know that it's running correctly. So I have a selected answer, so I'm going to type G dot, and let's see, we've got ourselves check answer. And the answer submitted is called answer selected. So there's a lot of code that goes on behind checked answer. It's going to update the score and everything. So after the checked answer, we should be able to update our text fields. So we have something called our score. So that would be TV underscore score, and we'll set the text, and we'll go G dot. Is there a get score? There it is. Okay, so get score, I believe, is an integer. So we're going to have to cast that into a string. So let's see, integer to string. So let's see if that works. I'm going to run the program again. Okay, here we go. We're going to run, choose go. 0 plus 1. Let's try a 1. And sure enough, I got a plus 10. If I keep clicking this, I keep getting points. So it's a nice way to win the game. What happens if I click a different one? It takes off 30 points. So it appears like it's correct in its scoring. However, I'd like the game to advance. So let's come back into the code. Simply, all we need to do then is come down to here and type in next turn. And this function will be repeated. So it will get a new question. It will set all the enabling and reassign the buttons. So that should be updated now. Okay, so here we go. We're going to test it again. So now 0 plus 0 is 0. I got 10. 1 plus 4 is 5. Look at there, I'm making points. So 5 plus 9 looks like 14. So I'd like to do one more thing. I'd like to update the press go message at the bottom of the screen, and we could do that simply by, we can simply do that down in next turn. So let's come down to here and do the TV bottom message, set the text, and let's give it a score. Let's type g.number correct, and we'll put in a slash symbol, and then we'll put in the number of total. So g.get total questions. So I think this might be off by 1, but we'll try it out. So let's click go. So down here it says we're on question 0 out of 1. So it's not quite accurate. Let's try it though. 1. Now it says you're 1 out of 2. Let's try an 8. And let's see, that's 2 out of 3. So it's like 1 off for the total number of questions. So let's add 1 or subtract 1 from this score, and then it should be equal, or it should be normal. Let's see. So I'm going to subtract 1. And it looks like I need to put everything in parentheses, so that way it computes this. And let's rerun the program. Okay, one more test here. So we got 3 plus 0 is 3. There it says I got 1 out of 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. 3 plus 5 is 8. 3 plus 6 is 9. Okay, we're going to miss one. 2 plus 0 is -3. So sure enough, I have 4 out of 5. And the score went down to 10. So this seems to be working. You notice there's no timer, so it says 0 seconds the whole time. And the little progress bar at the top is supposed to show how many seconds have elapsed. And we're almost done. We'll put those two things in, and the game's pretty much finished. We got maybe 2 videos left, and then we've got a complete app. So see you soon.